son. Buenos dias. Good day, good day, good day. Happy Valentines Day to those that celebrate this day. I'm not one that... I maybe celebrated this shit once when I was like 18 years old, 19. Yeah. Happy Dia de los Enamorados. And to those that aren't in love with somebody else, motherfucker, you better start falling in love with yourself. But yo, you already know it's a wonderful day. It's Friday, top of the week to you. Why did I want to come on here? Why did I come on here? It's Valentine's Day. You feel me? It's the day that many think like it's a special day for love. Nah, man. Every day that you're alive is a special day for love, man. It's a special day to give love, to receive love, and to be in love. And if not with somebody else, then at least with yourself. You feel me? Especially my brothers out here. You feel me? Yeah. We need to learn how to fucking fall in love with ourselves, so that when we get into these relationships with these crazy females, we have some respect for ourselves. You feel me? That we're not out here accepting less than what we deserve, because we're like fucking dogs. So you pet us just enough and we're good. You feel me? And then we'll go get petted from somebody else. And that's just how it is. You feel me? That's why us guys, yeah, we can be in a relationship with a chick and we may love the fuck out you to death, but if somebody else is petting us and tapping us in the head and listening to us a lot better than you, hey, we're gonna come back to you and everything. But at the end of the day, just know that somebody else is giving us the treat that you're not giving us. But back to this whole thing. What did I want to talk about today? Today I wanted to talk about sexual alchemy. You feel me? Semen retention and sex. Yo, sex, especially sex. A lot of us, I remember that when I first started learning about sexual energy and how to, like, actually we should be having sex the human way, you feel me, the higher consciousness type of way, not the animal way that we've been doing it. I started it. I got these ideas from reading this book by this guy named Victor Rodriguez, and his pen name is Samuel Aun Weor, W-E-O-R. He wrote this book. It's called The Perfect Matrimony, and in that book he details, like, you feel me, the actual way that we should be having sex. You feel me, the mindset that we should have behind the activity. You feel me? Because we're the human animals, but we're the thinking animal. We're the conscious animal. We're the image that the divine intelligence of this universe decided to place itself into and continue its creative efforts and functions on this planet, on this physical plane through. So obviously, when one has sex and after ejaculation we feel so down on ourselves, us men, we feel like we're not fully satisfied. We leave our women dissatisfied because we're more self-seeking than we are to, like, in a sense, give, right? We're usually looking to take. And that type of mentality, that type of mindset comes from the pornographic idea of sex that we've assimilated from watching so much pornography, from watching all these polluted ways of being. So what I'm getting at is, like, both men and women today in this 2020, you feel me, if you grew up with porn, if you grew up watching pornography, if you're between the ages of fucking 50 and or 30, 20 and 50, yo, we got a lot of work to do. We have a lot of work to do, both men and women. We have a lot of fucking work to do, both internal and external. You feel me? Both mentally and spiritually, because we have been living these lives and we have been going through life treating others how we see others treated on television, right? We've been dealing with these programmings, and we've been living our life thinking that these programmings that we have in our brain are the actual way that we as people, as human beings, as beings that are able to ascend to higher states of human consciousness, of consciousness on this physical plane, should be conducting ourselves towards each other. You feel me? We think that what we see on TV, these reality shows, is the way that we should be acting or conducting ourselves, and that is completely fucking wrong. You feel me? This is not, it's not simply my opinion, it is a fucking fact. You feel me? The way that we conduct ourselves, these languages that we use, you feel me? The fact that we keep, that the cursing, even the cursing, you feel me? It's kind of a societal thing. It's a cultural thing. It's something that we've assimilated and adapted. So one thing that I want to bring to a lot of guys that are out here practicing semen retention and sexual and the transmutation of their sexual energies to more productive means, yo, brother, you got to understand, like, we're not one. You're already starting to learn that the way that we have sex is not the natural way. It is the normalized way, but it's not the natural way that we should have it if we expect to attain that highest level of awareness and consciousness that we seek. Now that you understand that, when you read these books, when you listen to individuals like Mantak Shia and people that tell you about semen retention and how we should be having sex, understand that, like, yo, you're getting this knowledge, and now when you find a mate to share that knowledge with, it's gonna be fucking weird, man. You gotta, just like you yourself only had an idea of sex that you got from pornography, a lot of these women out here today, a lot of beautiful women, you feel me? A lot of women are out here today thinking that they need to be choked, that they need to be smacked up, that they need to fucking have their hair pulled and doggy style, and just, like, you feel me, just dogged on how we see in these porn and how we see in the porn industry. And that's not it, you feel me? And it's gonna take some work. It's gonna take some work if you find a lady that you both bond, but you're both having these issues in the bed because the guy is out here trying to give you too much love because he's growing himself. Obviously, I'm not talking about the motherfuckers that don't care about that shit, all right? So we don't care about that. We're talking about individuals that want to grow, that want to be practicing this sexual alchemy with their loved ones. So you're gonna run into a wall, and it's okay. All right. Women have a skewed and wrong idea of how sex should be practiced just as much as us men. But also understand, there's such a thing out there as that is called the Kama Sutra, right? The Kama Sutra is a whole fucking list of all the sexual positions that we should be able to practice without ejaculation. That, of course, is obtained through mastery of self, right? Like, there's a lot of guys out here that are wondering why it is that they're only lasting 2 minutes, 3 minutes, not even 5 or 7 minutes during sexual intercourse with their women. And again, it's because you are practicing the act like an animal. You're practicing. You're not a horse. You're not a dog. You're not a fucking cat. All right? You are a human being. You think for yourself. You are self-aware. You are self-conscious. You know that death is inevitable. Inevitable. You know that death is part of life. All right? You can decide between what you want to do and what you need to do. You can go off instinct, or you can go off sheer will. All right? We don't have to react to the world the way that animals do. Yo, the house can be burning down and you can choose to either run the fuck out or just stay there and go with the house. We have that ability. And so when it comes to sex, a lot of us, especially today when we're in this community, in a community where a lot of individuals are waking up and sharing a lot of their insights about life and about the shit that's going on right now and that is affecting us, the things that affect our relationship with our loved ones, with our family, with our friends, and with our significant other, our lover. So if you're a dude and you've been following me and all these other pages that are sharing that information on how to approach a relationship in the most mindful manner, you have to be aware that just because you're looking at this information, it doesn't mean that that other person that you're looking for in life or that you want out of life is aware of this information. And we have to be mindful enough to understand how to explain this information and also share it. Because like I've been practicing this whole semen retention now for I think maybe 3 years since I read that book by Victor Rodriguez, aka Samuel Aun Weir, you feel me, The Perfect Matrimony. It's been almost 3 years since I read that book, and when I read that book, yo, my instinct was to like, yo, go out and try this shit. Like, yo, I want to see how this goes, right? I'm not trying to be like, oh, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, bah, I'm done. Like, nah, yo, I want to see what this shit is really about. Let me see what I can do with this. And I practice it. And it was lit. You feel me? There's a lot of guys that out here, they talking about they can't go for more than 3, 5, a few minutes. Yo, I was literally hooked to this other energy, this beautiful, you feel me, this beautiful energy for literally like 2 fucking hours. Like we was just going at it for 2 hours. And the only time that I almost felt like losing myself was when I turned the light on and I saw that ass. You feel me? Because us guys, we're very fucking visual, right? We're very visual. So just like what we see in porn, we want to go and act it out with our females, with our lovers. And a lot of times, the reason these our fellow women are left felt empty and unfulfilled is because we got fulfilled. You feel me? We went out and we did everything that we saw in the porn video that we just finished watching, and now we're trying to act it out. So we got our fucking fit. You feel me? We good. We got off. Fuck if she got off, right? That's how a lot of us that are stuck in this selfish mindset think. Like, oh, so long as I got off, I'm good. Like, yo, there's dudes out here that won't even fucking go down in that well, bro. They won't go down there and get some water. And I'm like, yo, that blows my fucking mind, bro. That is a must. That is a must. You have to go down there, bro. But there's a lot of dudes that won't do it. You feel me? Another thing, man, this sexual retention, this sexual alchemy, this might be my opinion, or this is my opinion, but I don't think that works well with polygamy, man. You get me? Like, I'm all for having more than one woman. Like, yo, why not? But then again, it's like, yo, can you satisfy both of those needs and still keep true to yours? You get me? So for me, I feel like polygamy is kind of like a little kind of greedy. You feel me? That's more into the lust and into the man's possessiveness side, where like we want to have all. We think that like we're never satisfied. So I like polygamy. I like the idea of it, but the more that I continue to learn about sexual alchemy, the transmutation of energy, semen retention, the Kundalini, you feel me, awakening, the 33 vertebrates that you feel me, Jacob's ladder, and the Christ consciousness, and all that crazy stuff, you feel me, that a lot of us don't understand, that we listen to other people speak of, but we don't understand. I'm still on that level. I'm trying to get all the way up there, so I might just need one, you feel me? At the end of the day, there's one dick, one pussy hole. If I had two dicks, I'd understand it, but I only got one. So I feel like I would be satisfied with just, you feel me, one great woman. One great woman with a great ass and a great mind that can cook her ass off, that doesn't care about cooking and taking care of the kids, that is not scared to ask me to do the same, that we are able to fucking be diplomatic and communicate and have such a relationship that we're both willing and able to sacrifice for each other. Because I like, yo, that's what we all seek, you feel me? Like, yes, us men, we're visual animals. And another thing, you feel me, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. So she might not be beautiful to you, but she's fucking glorious to somebody else, you feel me? He may not be a handsome fellow to you, but yo, there's some chick out there that she's just looking for that you don't value. And so, yeah, man, we can't let our lives be ruled by these external programmings that are not what we should be doing, all right? Again, there's tools out there. You get me? If you're not into the missionary, and like I was watching Bill Burr, and he was talking about, like, you feel me, women out here, they want a perfect guy, like some guy that comes home from work, there's no anger, no nothing. He's having sex with you, and he's just like looking deep into your eyes in missionary style, talking about something like, your hair is so beautiful like the ocean, this and that. But that's the reverence that we should be approaching sex with, right? We should be approaching sex with that type of reverence, with that type of love, with that, like, yo, we're about to enter into communion, not just with ourselves spiritually, but with the divine. And at the same time, like, yo, life is not all about work, my nigga. There's some play in there, and you should be able to foreplay. You should look forward to foreplay. You should look forward to everything, to doing all this shit, all these sexual positions, but not in a lustful manner. That's what I'm learning, man. It's the lust that causes us to lose ourselves and to lose sight of what it is that we're actually trying to accomplish. And at the end of the day, we're not really trying to get off, yo. We're really trying to get a glimpse of that love and that affection and that understanding and that warmth that we all seek. Because as much as I used to like ejaculating, I used to enjoy more just sitting in there, like yo, it's warm, it's cozy, it's home, it feels like home, right? So yeah, if you a brother and you're dealing with females that don't understand this aspect, might be time to take a step back, keep working on yourself, and attract that partner that will compensate you. And if you're a female, you get me, and you keep running into these wrong guys, these wrong relationships, maybe it's time to focus on you, ma. Focus on loving yourself, you feel me? Focus on your career path, on just becoming the best woman that you would want to have if you were a guy, right? Because like my mindset behind the things that I do and the manner in which I conduct myself towards other women is in a way that, like, I'm thinking like, yo, what type of guy would I, if I was a female, what type of guy would I like? You feel me? Would I want a guy that's just always trying to fuck me, or would I prefer a guy that's like always looking to uplift me and help me. And I understand that, like, not a lot of people value individuals that are always looking for help. But if you continue to be who you are, if you continue to be true to yourself, life will bring somebody into your life that values and compensates you on those things. All right, don't get anxious. Don't let the idea of loneliness get you. Enjoy your solitude. Grow in your solitude. Nurture yourself. Love yourself. Enjoy yourself. Yo, if you can't touch your titties or your dick or your vagina or your ass crack without feeling some type of way, you still need to work on yourself. If you can't take a shower without feeling some type of way about the way that you touch yourself, the way that you clean yourself, you still need to work on yourself. And there's a lot of people out here that they can't even wipe their ass without thinking some homosexual, some homo shit. So, yo, that's all I had, man. Y'all have a wonderful Valentines. And don't let this be the only day that you give love to somebody else, all right? Give love every day. Every day. Give love, attention, encouragement, and support to everybody in your circle, man. It doesn't cost nothing. It costs nothing, and you receive everything when you do it. I'm done. I'm out. You have a great day.